Hey everybody, Charlynn, Bryan, and Curtis got together to chat Nine Inch Nails with me. And afterwards, we talked about the line between art and artist. Check it out.
It's a struggle for me, honestly. I like to say blanket statements like absolutely not. I would never I will never listen to Marilyn Manson ever again for sure. Like I wouldn't listen to Ryan Adams anymore because of that shit.
Yeah.
But then there's some artists where it's like David Bowie, who gets accused of, underage women back in the day, and there's not really anything major confirmed or anything like that. But like, there are people that won't listen to him anymore because of that shit. For me, it's like it's an uncomfortable place for me to be in. To go, I still love David Bowie though. Like I really do. So if I don't know, if he was like if he was a monster, for sure I wouldn't listen to him anymore. Like, or somebody like Danzig, who completely turns me off, or Morrissey. I used to love the Smiths. I still technically love the Smiths, but I'll never listen to him anymore because I hate the person Morrissey is. I just think he's a bad person. Same with Danzig. He's just a fucking asshole. He's always been an asshole, but like now he's just even worse. And then his music sucks.
Yes.
So
Pooped him.
he just made the same fucking record over again. So it wasn't hard for me to dismiss it. If the art's really good, it's harder for me to separate it. But or it's easier for me to separate, I guess I should say. But if the art's slipping and their mind slipping, then it's easy for me to cut it out. But it's a complicated thing.
It very much is. Charlynn, it sounds like if this does go the way it looks with Muse, like that would be a line for you. Is there another line for you that you see that you'd be like, okay, I'm out?
For Muse or anybody?
Yeah, for anybody. Just and this, we don't have to limit it to music. It's just that's why we're here. So
yeah, man, it varies a lot. Like I used to love Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And now there's no way in hell you could get me to watch the Cosby Show anymore because that legacy is so tainted that it does not mean the same thing anymore.
Yeah.
Same with Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I loved those books and I loved those movies when they were coming out, but now I'm never going to go back and watch any of that or read any of it.
Louis C.K.
Again, J.K. Rowling, you F that up.
Yeah.
You tarnished your legacy. So there's sometimes when I can separate it, and I'm trying to think of an instance where I have done that. And of course, I can't right now because we're on mic.
Spot, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Hit me up in about 2 weeks. It'll come to me at 3 a.m, and I'll let you all know.
Curtis, is there somebody who crossed the line for you?
Oh, maybe this is just rationalizing, but you can find a way to ingest that art and separate the art from the artist without participating financially in helping them along.
Yeah.
So
that's true too.
Steal their art.
Possible,
Steal the art. Yeah.
Paying for another Harry Potter movie or book? No. Rereading the ones that I have here, I probably am going to do that again. So maybe that's mealy-mouthed or not having, the scruples to do something like that. I don't know. I think I'm not contributing to Michael Jackson hurting people by listening to Michael Jackson right now, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's how do my actions affect something, or is it the principle of it is kind of where that's kind of where my mind is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To your point, Bryan, you brought up Louis C.K. That was a tough one. I love Louis, man. Like I felt like he was a right on guy, and then you find out, man, and then so what he did was awful.
And the way he fucking handled it was even worse. That's what turned me off, because like that shit. If you go, hey man, I was a fucking disgusting person. I'm so sorry. I want to make the world a safer place now. What can I do? Maybe I would have been like, I'll still watch his specials or whatever. But like the way he was like, and then he made that movie that didn't come out that was like based around Woody Allen, and it was like him and his daughter, like a young girl, and like Woody Allen's a fucking pervert too. Like he used to date like two twin 14-year-olds back in the day. Like he's a sex pervert. Like he's a fucking maniac. So like
just
he
stopping.
he got real cringe real quick with Louis C.K. Like once we found out he was a monster, he was like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, he had that seemingly earnest apology, like off the jump, like when allegations first came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And, you know, maybe he's actually sorry. And then he disappeared for a minute. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's doing work. If he didn't show his work, which is fine. But when he came back, he's still swinging. And it's like...
well, that last special, he had like that light up, very ironic sorry sign.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I just heard about it from the articles. I'm not going to watch it.
I didn't watch it. I want to. Like, I love his comedy.
I do too.
I can't. Like,
He was one of the reasons I didn't go into stand up for so long, because I was like, he's already doing the thing I would do.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Cosby. Cosby, I can never take Cosby's influence out of me, no matter how hard I try.
Yeah.
He is so influential to me as a storyteller and as a comedian, and I can never support him again. But I would be lying if I didn't say that there's moments I'm like, that's fucking Cosby, like that, like the way I wrote that joke or the way I delivered it, that I got that from Cosby, man. It's unfortunate.
And there you have it. A brief discussion about the art versus the artist. There's more on that if you were enjoying that conversation. It's After the Fact number 122, and you can get that by going to patreon.com/oh hi Justin. $1 gets you behind the door, and there you have it. Content is yours. And I would probably act fast on that, because that might... prices subject to change here soon. Yeah, so check that out. And if you'd like to hear our conversation on 9 Inch Nails, it will be the very next episode on the feed. So all you got to do is go forward one, push play.